Hi students, I welcome all of you for this special session on time and work. Actually, this session is recorded for our regular students who have purchased our course. Then, after that, I thought that these questions are useful for other students as well. That is the reason why I am just posting this one on YouTube also. See students, from today onwards, we are going to discuss one chapter, means questions from some questions in one chapter in quant and some questions from reasoning also. Every day you are going to have two sessions. First 1 or 2 days we are planning for recorded sessions. After that we will go for live sessions also. Because from our joined students, purchased students also, some students are asking for live sessions also. We are going to give live sessions not only for our students, even for all the students who are preparing for these competitive exams, because my intention is that all the students should be benefited. Now, let us start this one. Today's topic is time and work. In this time and work, in our regular courses, you must have observed that one. I have discussed from the basic level. Not only time and work, you take all the chapters in quant and reasoning, from the basic to moderate to advanced to very advanced level we have discussed. Now, in these classes, I focus less on the basics and our focus will be more on solving different types of questions which should be useful for you to take any competitive examination. Alright, for example, now as I told you, today we are going to solve some 6 to 7 questions from time and work. So before going for this question, since it is the first session for you, let me give you some part of introduction also, a little introduction. After that, we are going to go into the questions. Alright, now coming to this time and work students, actually the questions can be solved in many ways. But one of the ways, as I discussed in the basic classes, is using the LCM method. LCM method is effective in many ways. Because while doing questions with LCM method, we can go with some Vedic mathematic rules also, unitary method also, so that you can understand the concept easily and you can maintain speed and accuracy in the examination. Those two are very much required for us. Alright, for example, let's take in this way. Small introduction I'll have now. Suppose two persons are there, A and B. A can do a piece of work or complete work in, let us say, 10 days. And B can do the same work in 15 days. Now, simple question is, in how many days A and B together can complete the work? So, simply with your common sense or simple logic, we can say, when A and B both are doing the work together, definitely that work should be done less than 10 days only. Yes or no? It's a basic point because the two persons efficiency has been clubbed now. Now, to go for this one, most of the cases what we need to do, we don't know the capacity of individual capacity of A and B. We cannot compare that one as it is. When they give that A can do in 10 days, B can do in 15 days. In how many days both can complete the work, or any question whatever it may be fabricated on this one, until and unless we know the common capability of both the persons, we cannot compare them. For that reason, first of all we have to compare them on a common platform as far as their efficiency is concerned. In any method whatever it may be, the common platform is 1 day's work. Generally, how we do this one, A's 1 day's work is 1/10th, B's 1 day's work is 1/15th. Then we add it up to get both the persons 1 day's work. We take the reciprocal of that one to get in how many days the work will be completed. But students, here I am not going to use that fraction method. As I told you, we are going to have this one with the LCM method. What is that LCM method? Simple one. For the beginners I am giving you only for 1 to 2 minutes, right? So, how to take the LCM method? First, if you get the data in this way, first of all, take the LCM of these two things. 10 and 15, obviously the LCM is 30. You know this one. Let's take in this way, 30 units is the total work. Now, observe the terminology here. 30 units is the total work. Now, A can do the 30 units work in 10 days. When A can do 30 units of work in 10 days, in one day A can do how many units of work? Why I am going for one day? Because I am going to compare A and B on the common platform called one day's capacity. Alright, now simply here when 30 units of work is there, A can do in 10 days, that means in one day A can do 30 by 10 units, that is 3 units. I am writing here. Then B can do the entire 30 units work in 15 days. So in one day B can do 2 units of work. Alright. Now in one day both A and B can do 5 units of work. Now the question is clear. The question is in how many days both can do the work together. In how many days they can complete the work working together. So simply we can say total work is 30 units and per day they can do collectively together 5 units, that is 5 units per day. In how many days the work will be completed means that should be 6 days, as simple as this one. Have you got the idea? So this is the introduction for you. I am telling you students, today since it is the first class, I have given the introduction in this way. The introduction for every topic in reasoning, quant and English you have in my regular courses. One chapter, for example, you take Shillism. I have taken 10 hours of lessons. If you go through those 10 hours of lessons, I am pretty sure that any competitive exam or every exam can be cracked with that knowledge. Not only Shillism, but all the chapters in quant and reasoning. Okay, now let's move into action now. Hope you must have understood this LCM method. Here, the advantage with this one is, first thing we can avoid the fractions. Second one, we can maintain the accuracy 200%. Third one is we can maintain the speed. We can do the questions within the stipulated time. Alright, now let's start the first question. Quickly we will go for this one. Already I have sent these questions to our regular students in our Telegram channel. Right. For the other students who are going for this one for the first time, what you need to do, just have the question on the board. I am taking the second question as the first one. Second question I have in the list of the questions which we have sent to you. The second question I am taking as the first one here. Now see students how to go for this one. A and B can complete a piece of work in 15 days and 10 days respectively. Their capacities they have given. After that they started doing the work together. But after 2 days B had to leave for some reason. And A alone completed the remaining work. Now the question is, the whole work was completed in how many days? How to go for this one? Since you have the basics, you can do very easily. The beginners also, you saw this one, we will do like this. Now A can do the work in, according to the question, 15 days. B can do the same work in 10 days. Now simply students, I have taken incidentally the same example. Now here 15 and 10, the LCM is 30, as simple as this one. Alright, so now here clearly 30 is the LCM, so this 30 you should take as units, 30 units, total work is 30 units. Now this 30 units of work is completed by A in 15 days. That means A can do in one day 30 by 15, 2 units of work. And obviously B can do 30 by this one, 10, 3 units of work. That's it. So together they can do 5 units of work per day. This is over. Then after that, how they have continued here, they started doing the work together. But after 2 days B had to leave. That means for 2 days they worked together. So here in one day collectively they can do 5 units of work and they worked for 2 days. How much work is completed here? 10 units of work is completed. Alright. Then after completion of 10 units of work from this 30 units, B had to leave the job, leave the work for some reason. Then after that what happened? A alone completed the remaining work. That means total work is 30 units, completed work is 10 units, remaining work is 20 units. Very simple. Actually, you need not write anything on the paper after sufficient practice. over a period of time. You can directly do this one as a simple mental calculation. Alright, now here you see 20 units is remaining and this work is completed by A alone. That means 20 units of work is remaining. A can do 2 units per day. In how many days A could have completed this one? 20 by 20 units by 2 units. Obviously, he had completed that one in 10 days. After getting the answer as 10 days, generally many students get emotional and they go and choose option number A as the right one. But students, observe one thing clearly here. A can do the remaining work in 10 days. This is alright. A can do the remaining work in 10 days. So here these 10 days plus A and B together had worked for 2 days. So 10 plus 2, total my answer is 12 days is the complete answer or the final answer. So this is wrong one and you need to choose C as the right option. As simple as this one. Hope you must have understood this one. Alright, now go to the next one. The second problem you see, already I have sent that problem to you, or just you make a note of that one, pause the video and do it as per your convenience. Now you see, here A, B and C, now you see, third person is also included here. Okay, so now here A, B and C. Here A, B and C can do a work in 20, 25 and 30 days respectively. Then they started the work together and after 2 days A quits. Simple one. They have given some twist. After 2 days means for 3 days all the 3 persons worked together. Then after that A quit the work. Alright. Then after that B also quits after 3 more days. Have you understood this logic here? First all the 3 started the work. They work for 2 days. Then A quits. A just left the work. Then B also quits after 3 more days. Then in how many days the total work would be finished is the question. How to do this one? Just start the LCM method. Go as quick as possible. How is that one? Simply for your understanding I am writing here. You need not write anything on the paper. Without writing anything on the paper, you can go for that one. Here, A can do the work in 20 days. Alright, B can do in 25 days. C can do the work in 30 days. What's our first rule? Take the LCM of these 3 to avoid the fractions. Simply, for 20, 25 and 30, what is the LCM? You take the biggest number. Go on like taking the multiples of that one. Easily you can get that one. So the 30, 60, 90, in that way you need to go. Alright, 120, then 150 and so on. If you go for this one, 300 is the LCM for this. Now, this 300 units will become the total work. This one. When the total work is 300 units, as discussed in the previous question, here A can do 300 units in 20 days. When A can do 300 units in 20 days, per day, A can do 300 by 20, 15 units of work. And B can do per day 300 divided by 25. So that is 25 twos, you do 25 tens, you do 250, twos 50, total 300. That is 12 units. What I have done here, 300 divided by 25. Next one is 300 divided by 30. 300 divided by 30. So for C, you will get 10 units per day. Hope all of you are understanding this one. Simple one. Alright. So A's 1 day's work is this one. B's 1 day's work is this one. C's 1 day's work is 10 units. Now, according to the question they have given, they started the work together. After 2 days, A quits. That means all the 3 have worked together for 2 days. Now you take in this way. Now here total, if you take the total here, so this is 30 plus 7, 37. So 37 units of work can be done by all the 3 together in 1 day. They work for how many days? 2 days. Now obviously the work done by all the 3 in 2 days is 37 units into 2 here. So that is 60, 30 into 260, 7 into 2, 14. So that is 74 units of work has been completed. Over. But here the twist is there. After doing for 2 days, A quits. Now total A, B and C 3 persons are there. Now A is out of the race. He quits. Now B and C work together, continued the work. For how many days they have continued the work? Simply they have given here that after 2 days A quits, B also quits after 3 more days. That means the next 3 days work done by B and C together. If you go for B and C's 1 day's work, this one, 1 day's work, 12 plus 10, 22 units per day. This 22 units and they work for 3 days. That means B and C together can complete 66 units of work. Now total how much work has been completed so far? 74 units plus 66 units. So that is 70 and 60, 130 plus 10, 140 units of work is done. Out of how many units? 300 units. Now how much work is left out here? 300 divided by 140 units work is left out here. So that is 300 divided by 140, that is 160 units of work is left out. Now how they have given here? After B quits after 3 more days. Then in how many days the total work be finished? That means after B quits the work, the hidden meaning of this one is C had continued the work. C had continued the work. Now here students, simply 160 units work is left out and C had completed this 160 units. How many days would be taking it for C to complete this 160 units of work? Obviously, total work for C is now 160 and C can do 10 units per day. And how many units he can complete 160 units? Simply divided by 10. Now he can complete this one in 16 days. But students, here answer is not 16 days. The question here is that in how many days the total work would be finished. How many days it would be taking? First of all here all the 3 work for how many days they have given here? All the 3 work for 2 days. Then after that A quit the work and B and C together worked for 3 days. And finally after quitting of A and B, C had finished the remaining work in 16 days. This is plus 16. Now here the question here is 16 plus 3, 19 plus 2. My answer is 21 days. Here you just make a small correction here. Actually for every question there is one option by name E, none of this. They have not typed this one. For every question you keep one option as none of this. Here the answer is 21 days. Remember this one students. Answer is 21 days. But my option is none of this. There is a difference between answer and option. In my regular classes, clearly I have given that one. Alright. So answer is 21 days. But I have not got the answer in the given options there. Among given like 4 options, I have not got that one. So simply my option is none of these. That means none of the given options is true because my answer is 21 days. Hope you must have got the idea. This is how exactly you have to do the questions in the examination. See students, nowadays they are not giving even this type of questions also as the direct questions in the exam. They are using the concept of this one, of course. Your basic should be clear. Your practice must be clear. Only then you are able to crack the competitive exams. Got it? Right. Now, go for the next question, students. Observe this question carefully, students. Now, this question must be done by you. You have to do it as quick as possible. Alright. Now, see how they have given A and B can separately do a work in 20 days and 15 days respectively. While reading the question only, you have to get it in your mind. Next one is they work together for 6 days. After that, B was replaced by C. if the work was finished in next 4 days, the number of days in which C alone could do the work, what is that one they are asking? In how many days C alone could do the work is the question. First try to understand the question, students, clearly. While reading the question only, you should understand it properly. How they have given A and B's capacity, they have given 20 and 15 days respectively. They work together for 6 days. So you need to take 6-day work of A and B together. Then after that, B was replaced by C. Instead of B, C comes into the picture now. Now after that, if the work was finished in next 4 days, that means by A and C together, because B already quit the work. In place of B, only C has come here. A and C finished the work in next 4 days. If that is the case, in how many days C alone could do that one? If C alone works on that one, in how many days it would be completed is the question. Okay, now I'll just make it very quick for you. How to take this one? First, they have given A's capacity, then of course B's capacity. What is that? A can do in 20 days, B can do in 15 days. Simple. Now here, first you take the LCM here. So take the biggest number, 20 and 15. What's the LCM here? 20. 22 is 40. 40 does not go in 15, right? Then 23, 60. 60 is okay because 60 goes in 15 also. So here 60 is the LCM. So 60 is total units, or 60 are total units. Total work is 60 units, otherwise in simple terms. Now, when 60 units are the total units of work, very simply we can say A can do in 1 day. That means 60 units of work can be done by A in 20 days. So, in 1 day A can do 60 by 20, so that is 3 units. And B can do 60 by 15, 4 units of work. Both together can do 7 units of work in 1 day. Remember this one, in 1 day. Now, they worked at it for 6 days. So, 1 day they can do 7 units of work into they work for 6 days. So, here clearly 42 units of work is completed out of 60. Now, here what happens? B is replaced by C. B quit the work. In place of B, C accompanied A now. Now, A and C together took the work here. That's what they have given in the question. Alright, so here A and C could do the work or finish the work in how many days they have given replaced by C. If the work was finished in next 4 days. Here students, the logic comes into picture. So, after this 42 units of work finished, the remaining work was finished by A and C in 4 days. Many students get confused here. Alright, so here what's the remaining work here? 60 minus 42. So, 60 minus 42, 18 units of work. So, 60 minus 42 is 18 units of work. Is it 18 only? So, you do like this, in this way. 60 minus 40, you have to do in this way. In speed maths, I'll tell you. 60 minus 40, 20, 20 minus 2, 18. So, this 18 units of work has been done by A and C together in 4 days. That means, A worked at it for 4 days as well as C for 4 days. Now, simply one more technique I'll give you. Most of the cases, most of the teachers won't solve in this way. I'll tell you the technique, simple one. A worked for 4 days on this 18 units of work. So, what is A's capacity? A can do 3 units of work in 1 day. So, 3 units of work in 1 day into how many days he worked for 4 days. So, 12 units of work out of 18 units had been completed by A. I repeat this one. From the 18 units, out of 18 units of work, 12 units had been completed by A in 4 days. That means out of 18, 12 completed the remaining work is 6 units. The 6 units work was completed by C in how many days? 4 days. Don't get confused here. I am giving a shortcut here. Total work is 18 units. A and C together work for 4 days to complete this 18 units. Now I am bifurcating this 18 units. Out of this 18 units of work, A completed 12 units because per day he completes 3 units. So 3 into 4, 12 units completed by A. Then remaining 6 units of work was completed by C in 4 days. Now you can easily find out what is the capacity of C, because to answer the question in how many days C can do the complete work, to know that one, first of all you should know the capacity of C only. Then this is the easiest way. Now very simply, he can do in 4 days, he can do 6 units of work. That means in 1 day he can do how much work? So 6 units total work. To complete that one he takes 4 days. In 1 day he can do 6 units by 4 days. That's it. Alright, or 6 by 4 you take if you get any confusion, 6 by 4. So here it must be, this is 4 ones 4, you take 0 and keep a point here. Alright, so keep a point here for 4 5s 20, simple. Over. So 1.5 units of the work can be completed by C in 1 day. Now the question is, in how many days C alone could do the complete work? C alone could do the complete work means complete work is 60 units. Per day C can do 1.5 units. Then how many days would it be taking for C? 60 by 1.5. Just simplify this one. What is 60 by 1.5 here? So take out this point here, keep 1 0 here. So it should be 40 days, as simple as this one, and this way. So clearly my answer is 40 days. Okay. See students, this question I have just changed the numbers, that's all, had been taken from the previous IBPS PO preliminary examination, one of the previous exams. How simply you have done this one students with LCM method. Now frankly speaking, just think a little while, think cool and calm students. Do you need to write anything on the paper? Of course no, because after understanding the question, take the LCM here, individual capacity here, total work done by like 2 persons 42, then remaining work is done by another 2 persons here, that means 1 person is there, A is there, and C added here this much, remaining work is this much, then C's capacity and total work by C's per day work will give how many days C can complete the work. Can't you do it easily? My intention is that one only. Everybody should do the question with 100% accuracy. Got it? Right. Go for the next one here. See the next question. Now this question also must be done by you. Hope you are able to see the question properly. Okay. Right, just go for this one. If not, just take it. Right. See the question, how they have given A and B can do a piece of work in 20 days and 12 days respectively. Alright, so then after that, okay, A and B can do a piece of work in 20 and 12 days respectively. Then A started the work alone, and then after 4 days, B joined him till the completion of the work. Now the question is, how long did the work last? That means in how many days the work had been completed is the question. Okay, now just start the question very quick students, how they have given A can do in 20 days. I am starting here. A can do in 20 days. Okay. A's capacity A can do in 20 days and B can do this one in 12 days. Okay. Now here directly you take the LCM here. So that is of course 60. You know how to take the LCM. Okay. So next total work is 60 units. Now A's capacity per day is 60 by 23 units and B's capacity per day is 60 by 12, 5 units. So total is 8 units per day. Together A and B can do it. As simple as this. First step is over. Next one is A started the work alone, not with B. A started the work alone, and then after 4 days B joined him. What's the meaning of this one? For first 4 days only A worked on it. A started the work alone. A's capacity is 3 units. So 3 units into 4 days. So 12 units of the work is completed by A alone without the help of B. After that, B joined A. Then they have completed the entire work. Now simply after B joins A, in how many days they can do the remaining work, you register first. Add up those days and these 4 days, you will get the complete answer. Right. Now how much work is remaining here? Out of 60, 12 units are gone. 12 units are completed. So 60 minus 10, 50, 50 minus this is 2. You have to do in that way. 60 minus 12, 60 minus 10, 50. 50 minus 2, 48. 48 units of work is remaining. I am writing here. 48 units of work is remaining. This is being done by A and B together. A and B's total capacity is 8 units per day. Now clearly to do 48 units of work, the remaining work, 8 units per day, how much time would it be taking for A and B together? Now simply this is 48 divided by per day 8 units, 6 days it will take for A and B together to complete this 48 units of work. Now very simply, total the question is how long did the work last? The work lasts for how many days? First these 4 days alone by A alone plus these 6 days. So clearly my answer here is 10 days. Okay, you write down one more option, that is none of this. None of this means none of the given options is true. But here my answer is 10 days. I can find my answer here 10 days as option number 1. So this is my answer. Isn't it simple for you students? To explain this one, I have taken almost more than 5 minutes here. But for you, it won't take that much time in the examination. Less than 1 minute you can do this. Less than 45 seconds for that matter you can do this. Okay, now take up the next question also. Quickly we go for this one. Here, this question is, this is also like taken from the previous papers it seems. Okay, let's go for this one. How they have given, A can do a work in 18 days and B in 12 days. They work together for 3 days. While reading only you try to get a blueprint of solution in your mind. Okay, so A can do in 18 days, B can do in 12 days, then they work together for 3 days. They work together for 3 days, then B leaves and A alone continues. 2 days after that, C joins and the work is completed in 2 days. Next, in how many days C could do the entire work? Just now we have done one question on like this model question. Now take a little time, pause the video because this is a recorded video. Just you have to give the directions to yourself. Pause the video for 45 seconds, pause the video, then go on doing the solution within 45 seconds and match the answer from the given options. If you won't get the answer in the options, go for none of these as the 5th option or option number E. When I take the live classes, I just start the timer also so that exactly 45 seconds time will be given to you. Now start this one students. After doing that, quickly go for this. First take A's capacity is 18 days. A can do the work in 18 days. Next, B can do this one in 12 days. Alright, what is our job here? Take the LCM of 18 and 12. The biggest number is 18 here. 18 once 18. 18 does not go in 12. That cannot be the common multiple for this one. Next one, 18 twos, 36. Yes, 36 like 36 is one of the multiples of 12. So, clearly we can say LCM is 36 over. So, total work is 36 units here. Alright, now 36 divided by 18. A can do 36 by 18 units in one day, that is 2 units. And B can do 3 units per day. Both can do 5 units in one day. Without any fractions, I am going with this LCM method. Next, what they have given, they work together for 3 days. Go very quick here. Per day 5 units and they work for 3 days. Now they have completed 15 units of the work completed. Then after that what happens, then B leaves, B left, right? Then A alone continues, then 2 days after, that C joins, they have given. A good question, students, this one. I told you that same model, not same model. We have not done this set of question in this class, right? I remembered the previous session. Anyway, students. So here, after that what happened? They work together for 3 days. Then B leaves and A alone continues. For how many days? 2 days. 2 days after that C joins. That means A alone continues for 2 days. Now A can do 2 units of work and he continued for 2 days. I am just rounding off, these are days. 2 into 2, 4 units completed. Alright. Next, how they have given? They work for 3 days. Then left, A alone continues. Then after 2 days, C joins, they have given. What you have understood here, students, don't get confused here. Some students may get confused. So first what happened, A and B together started, B left, over. A continued for how many days? 2 days. Now A is joined by C. I don't know the capacity of C. Of course, I need to find out the capacity of C on daily basis. So that I can find out in how many days C can complete the entire work. Okay, so now C had come into the picture now. Now A and C together, C joins and the work is completed in 2 days. Which work is completed in 2 days? Remaining work is completed in 2 days. What is the remaining work? First A and B started the work. They worked for 3 days. After that B left, then A continued for 2 days. Some work has been done. How much work has been done here? 15 plus 4, 19 units of work is completed out of 36. Now we got the idea. 19 units is completed out of 36. Now what is the left out work? You can do in the other way also. 19. If you add 1 to 19, 20. 20 add 10 to 20. 30. So 10 plus 6, 16 plus 1, 17. In speed maths, I'll tell you, don't worry. Okay, now remaining work is 17 units. Now observe this one carefully, students. This 17 units of work has been done by A and C together. In how many days? 2 days. 2 days. Okay, so now here, clearly you can do in this way. In 2 days, A work for 2 days as well as C also. A work for 2 days as well as C. Now how to bifurcate this one? Out of this 17 units, I know A's capacity here, per day 2 units. So out of this 17 units, 2 units per day into how many days? 2 days A worked. 2 into 2, 4. Over. Now, out of these 17 units, 4 units of work has been done by A alone. Now, the remaining one is 17 minus 4, that is 13 units. This 13 units of work completed by C in 2 days. Got the idea? Total remaining work is 17 units. So, out of this 17 units, in 2 days, A completed 4 units. Now the remaining work is 13 units. This 13 units had been completed by C in 2 days. What is the capacity of C? Now capacity of C is this 13 divided by how many days? 2 days. In 2 days, 13 units completed. So 13 by 2. 13 by 2 is 6.5. Oh. C's capacity is 6.5. Here I'm writing C can do how many units here? 6.5 units per day. C can do as simple as this one. But my question is not what is C's capacity. The question is in how many days C could do the entire work. Now so far I found out what is the work of C in one day. C can do 6 units of work in one day. Now the total work is 36 units. In how many days C could do the work means total work 36 units divided by C's per day's work is 6.5 units. That's it. This is going to be your answer. Just simplify this one to match one of the given options there. So clearly this is 6.5, make it as 65, keep 1 0 here, write 5 13s, okay, 5 7s and 5 2s. This is 72 by 13 and make it as a mixed fraction here. So this is 13 5 65, 7 is remainder, 7 by 13, that's all. This is 5 7 by 13. See in the given options here, option number C, students, C you see, right? Here like we have done in this way, 5 space 7 by 3 days. That means 5 7 by 3 days, 6 7 by 13 in that way. So take the option E as none of these also. Anyway, my answer is matching in option number C. So option C is the perfect one, 5 7 by 13 days. Hope you must have got the idea. Right, now move on to the next question here. Next one you see, the sixth one, A, B and C can do the work in 16, 12 and 20 days respectively. They started the work together and after 2 days A quits. Yeah, just now we have done one question of this sort, right? Next one is B also quits after 3 more days. You do this question. This is for you. You have to do this one because just now I have done one question in this class. I think the second question. Now go for the next one here. Next question you see, this is one of the very important questions. See question actually, see students, actually this question has been taken from the previous papers only. Again, one of the recently conducted competitive exams. Now here, how they have given, read the question properly. A and B, not one person, two persons. A and B can complete the work in 15 days, while B and C can complete the work in 12 days. Then, A and B start the work and worked at it for 3 days. And after that, A left the work and C joined B, and after 2 more days, B also left and the remaining work is completed by C in 19 days. Now the question is, in how many days C can complete the work alone? If C works alone, how many days he can complete is the question. See students, once you come across this type of questions in competitive exams, many students are getting confused. The basics are missing. What is the basic one here? First of all, while reading the question only, you have to get the solution blueprint into your mind. I am telling you students, right? So I mean it. While reading the question only, you have to do it. Now, we will do this question. We will apply the same technique as how we have done in the previous questions in this class. How it is, instead of one person, now you take 2 persons here. A plus B's capacity they have given. A plus B can do the work in 15 days. Only thing is changed, instead of one person they have added one more. The next one is B and C can complete in 12 days. B and C, this is 12 days over. The next one is A and B start the work together. Now you see, not one person, both the persons together they have started. So I have to take this 15 as collective capacity of A and B. So A and B start the work together and worked at it for 3 days. And after that A left the work and C joined B, and after 2 more days something had happened. What did you understand from this one? Simple students. First A and B started the work. After some time A left. Okay, and for B, C joined. That means next B and C worked together. So you do the same way in the same way. How is that? First take the LCM of these two, 15 and 12. So 15 2s are 13, no. 15 3s are 45, no. 15 4s 60. So 60 is the LCM of these two. 60 goes in 12 also. Alright. So next 60 units of the work, total work, this one. Now A plus B's 1 day's work is 60 by 15, that is A plus B's capacity in 1 day is 4 units. Now B plus C's capacity in 1 day is 60 by 12 that is 5 units. Now, B plus C's per day is 5 units. Up to this one you have understood this one. After that what they have given, A and B start the work and worked at it for 3 days. What is A and B's capacity? 4 units per day, right? They started the work and they worked at it for 3 days. That means 4 units per day into 3 days, So, A and B had completed 12 units of work. Done. The next one is after that A left the work and C joined B, and after 2 more days B also left. That means for next 2 days B and C work together. Now B and C's capacity is 5 units, as simple as this one. Now here 5 unit capacity into B and C work for 2 days. So 10 more units work has been completed. Take the collective work here, simple one. So this is 12 plus 10, 22 units. This is completed. And how many days it is completed? Of course, A and B work for 3 days, B and C work for 2 days. Now they have given after this one, B also left the work and the remaining work was completed by C in 90 days. Now I am getting the individual capacity of C, the first step here. First step towards our answer. What is that one? Now remaining work means total is 60 minus remaining is work done is 22. Now the remaining is 38 units, as simple as this. Now this 38 units of work has been completed by C in 19 days. So what is the individual capacity of C? Individual capacity of C is 38 units of work in how many days? 19 days. So 19 days is 2 times over, and C's capacity is 2 units per day, as simple as this one. But again here my question is not what C's 1 day's capacity. They are asking in how many days C can complete the work alone. If C works on that one alone, in how many days it could be completed is the question. Now clearly here total work is 60 units divided by C's capacity is 2 units per day. So now it should be, if you divide 60 into 2 parts, you will get 30. So my answer is 30 days. In option number C we are getting 30 days. This is how exactly you have to do the question. See students, actually my very intention of this class is that almost same type of questions we have discussed. So my intention is every student must do these questions in most of the cases without writing anything on the paper, or writing a little on the paper. That is my intention. Hope my intention is served. Now what we are going to do, we will close the session here only, and from tomorrow onwards I am going to give some more questions from many other chapters, and very soon we are going to start the live classes also, free live classes, not only for our students, this is beneficial for other students as well. So try to understand this one. I hope you have learnt many things from this one. I'll meet you in the next session. Thank you very much students.